Coming up, one student's sudden death continues to impact a fraternity on FSU's campus.
Plus, a new innovation in police scanners may make you reconsider the way you drive.
And one local food truck is putting a twist on some old favorites. All that and much more just ahead on Seminole Showcase. Hi, I'm Patricia Clemente.
And I'm Noah Mindell. Current students at Florida State may not know of Michael Schwartz, but that doesn't stop one organization from remembering him the best way possible. On April 1st, 2005, the brothers of Alpha Epsilon Pi at FSU put their April Fool's jokes aside and received terrible news.
On April 1st, 2005, one of our brothers, Michael Billy Schwartz, tragically died in a car accident due to drinking and driving. We like to gather at the site of his crash every year to remember the importance of life, to remember why drinking and driving is a bad idea.
The tree where Billy crashed into has been torn down by the city of Tallahassee, but brothers of A Pi still congregate each year around a small patch of dirt to remember the fallen brother.
The older guys, usually the seniors, every year they talk about what they remember of Billy, the stories that they have heard. They touch on the importance of life, why it's important not to drink and drive, how important we all are to each other. And then, since we are a nationally Jewish fraternity, we all recite the Mourner's Kaddish, which is basically a prayer for those who have passed away.
The brothers of Alpha Epsilon Pi have taken this occurrence to heart. It has not just only changed people in the fraternity, but the community as a whole. Each year, A Pi gives back to a special organization that hits home.
Well, every year, Alpha Epsilon Pi, we put on a philanthropy in remembrance of Billy. All proceeds go to benefit SAD, which stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. For the past 5 years now, we have been putting on Greek Idol, which is basically just a spin-off of American Idol. We have sororities, different sororities compete to be named the Greek Idol. It's a fun atmosphere. We like to get everyone involved, yet it's all for the same good cause.
You can only imagine what it's like to lose a brother or friend. Somebody who you just saw yesterday. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible to even think about.
This tragedy has brought the fraternity closer, but it is something they will never forget. For Seminole Showcase, I'm Noah Mindell. For more information on how you can help students against destructive decisions, visit sadd.org. With airplanes tracking your speed on the highway, you may want to be extra careful when driving. Most of us are quick to hit the brakes when we see an officer on patrol, but what if you can't see him coming? The Florida Highway Patrol has access of tracking your speed from not only the side of the road, but the sky.
The airplane's a very good tool because in the case of a person that wants to flee, we're able to back the troopers off to get the person to slow down, again keeping the public safety in mind. And we continue to track the vehicle until the vehicle pulls off the roadway and tries to hide someplace, or we get into an area where we can actually have the troopers move into to get the person that fled from us.
You could be notified of your ticket through the mail and oftentimes not even know it's coming. For more information on how the airplane tracking works, visit floridahighwaypatrol.com.
Immigration reform will be a major issue in the 2016 elections, but for one Florida State student, it's an everyday battle.
And the creator has done...
Florida State student Daniela Genoso knows what it feels like to be an outsider.
So I was born in Ecuador, and I came to the United States when I was 6 months old, and I grew up not knowing that I was undocumented.
Undocumented immigrants who have lived the majority of their lives in the United States, like Daniela, continue to struggle with the process of citizenship.
Once you're in high school, I couldn't apply for a job. I didn't have a social security number. I couldn't get my license. There were some volunteer things that require background checks and social security numbers. I couldn't travel outside the country.
DREAM Act would ease this burden by granting the children of undocumented immigrants citizenship after pursuing a degree in higher education or serving time in the military. Immigrants like Daniela have always been an important part of Florida's history. Both sides of the debate agree that there needs to be some type of immigration reform. It's just hard to find a middle ground.
And we shouldn't have a DREAM Act because then it's the state helping people who have broken our immigration laws, and that the state shouldn't be in the business of helping those who have broken our laws.
There's no telling when this bill will appear on Florida ballots. The ultimate dream for Daniela?
To see my parents go back to Ecuador and me be able to visit them and see them, and for them to be able to travel back and forth, because I don't want them to miss out anymore.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Patricia Clemente. Last spring, Washington joined California, New Mexico, and Texas as the fourth state to pass a version of the DREAM Act.
As the job market gets increasingly competitive, FSU is making sure students have the technology resources available to stand out. The PIC program has 4 different tracks, including design and web development, communication and information, professional skills, and applied computer programming. PIC's mission is to raise the bar for computer education for students of all majors. Their philosophy is knowledge plus technology equals innovation. And as both technology and communication skills are becoming equally important to employers, PIC says they're all about resume building and giving students that extra edge.
3 FSU alums started a student-to-student online marketplace to sell class notes. In 2010, a group of FSU entrepreneurial students created Moolah Guides. It acquired $90,000 in its first 2 semesters. Students are encouraged to upload and sell their study guides through the website to their classmates in the same course. Some argue it's an easy way out for students that don't go to class. Check out Moolah Guides or flashnotes.com for more.
Students' plans to use tobacco products on campus is going up in smoke due to Florida State's new policy. Earlier this year, students gathered at Doak Campbell Stadium to celebrate something other than football. Florida State's new policy is banning all use of tobacco products on campus. While some see it as a great way to keep a cleaner campus and a healthier student body, others passionately debated why the policy should be implemented. FSU has now joined more than 1,000 colleges with a zero tolerance for tobacco. To learn more about the Healthy Campus Committee, visit healthyknolls.fsu.edu. Daily life as a full-time college student can be busy enough on its own.
That's right. One FSU student has an additional task on his hands each and every day. Courtney Wagner tells us more.
Jeff Kaplan is a sophomore at Florida State University. He's in the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity and starts off his day like many FSU students, brushing his teeth and shaving before class. But what comes next separates him from the rest.
Type 1 diabetes is caused by a lack of insulin produced by the body, where type 2 diabetes is caused from your body getting too used to insulin from overeating and too much carbohydrates.
I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I got it in 8th grade. I was going through puberty. I should be getting like bigger, stronger, like healthier, like, you know, that, I don't know. And Mom took me to the doctor, and they checked my blood sugar. It was over 400. It was the highest the emergency room has ever seen.
Kaplan hasn't let having diabetes slow him down. He's overcome the odds and adapted to his daily life since 8th grade.
I live a normal life, 100% normal life now. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want. Like, I like to work out a lot. I take care of my body, but like, I have a bad sweet tooth.
Type 1 diabetes is estimated to increase among children under age 14. This includes someone like Jeff Kaplan, who was diagnosed just when he was in 8th grade.
Like the first 3 years before I was diagnosed, I took syringes. Then I got the pump, and the pump is honestly like made my life 10 times more easier. It's kind of like just like now every time I eat, just press a couple buttons and hit OK, and it just injects it. When I go low, that's when it's bad. Like, I immediately start shaking, my heart starts racing. You go into a coma straight up like that. Like, it's very scary.
For Seminole Showcase, this is Courtney Wagner.
With a healthy diet and exercise, you can significantly lower your chances of getting diabetes.
Arthritis is usually found in older people, but one Florida State student is an exception. When Kara Dingus was 6 years old, doctors thought she had lupus and even cancer. After Dingus did 2 rounds of chemo, doctors realized that she was suffering from a form of arthritis that attacks her skin and bone health. Kara Dingus went from keeping her disease between her and her pill box to sharing her battle on the World Wide Web.
The reason behind why I'm doing my blog is because there are a lot of kids out there, because not a lot of people know that it's that kids can get arthritis too.
To check out Kara's blog, visit ribbonsbowsandhospitalbracelets.blogspot.com.
Whole Foods Market opened last October in Tallahassee and quickly began making an impact on the local community. 365 Everyday Value is a Whole Foods Market brand that gives customers an opportunity to buy quality, organic food without breaking the bank.
There's a common misconception that Whole Foods is the whole paycheck grocery store, but I love hosting classes that kind of focus on healthy eating on a budget and teaching people how to shop smart and come in here and really take advantage of all the values that we have.
It's very important to me to give back to the local community. Every time I check out at Whole Foods, I can choose to donate to a local nonprofit organization.
Whole Foods Market gives back to the community by donating 5% of daily sales to a local charity on community giving days. More college students are making the choice to get tattoos.
Seminole Showcase reporter Amanda Blomquist tells us more about the impact of getting inked.
Tattoo shops have become popular among college students. Whether it's a massive dragon or a ship on the seas, getting inked has become a rite of passage. Alan Rogers, owner of Euphoria Tattoos, says that tattoos are becoming more acceptable for college students today.
I would say 50% of my clients are college students. Once you get one, you kind of keep going.
FSU student Ben Rangel says that he has over 30 tattoos and got his first one while in college.
I was 18 and I was actually in school and my friend's girlfriend was drawing stars on our feet and then she said, let's go get them tattooed on us. And I just never thought I would get another one, but then I definitely did.
Tattoos are a great form of self-expression. However, college students have several factors to consider before they sit down and get inked.
Depending on where the location is, if you decided to get something on your neck, hands, or anywhere visible that you have to cover it for work, I would definitely try to talk some people out of it.
Myrna Hoover, director of the FSU Career Center, says that students have to consider their specific career path before getting inked.
Think about what's the long-term goal that you want, where you want to be, and how any decision you make will influence that long-term goal.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Amanda Blomquist.
For more information on the FSU Career Center and how your outward appearance can have an impact in the job market, visit career.fsu.edu.
One FSU football fan tells us about his dedication to the Noles for over 20 years.
And one group of girls takes their baseball spirit and knocks it out of the park.
Seminole Showcase reporter Elise Jones has those stories and more in your sports update. Elise?
Thanks, Noah and Patricia. Not every diehard sports fan needs a painted face to show their loyalty to their team. College football is known for its enthusiastic fans, but Section 37, Row 64, seats 19 and 20 in Doak Campbell Stadium have been a second home to one Tallahassee man and his family for over 3 decades. He's known as Seminole Merv, and he may be one of Florida State's most dedicated fans.
This will be the 36th year in a row I've been a booster and also season ticket holder. But I think in the last 36 years, I've only missed 3 games.
Over the years, Seminole Merv's knowledge and fanship has landed him a job making weekly game predictions on Star 98 radio.
People listen to the radio and kind of like listening to it and see what my prediction is.
Even the birth of his first son couldn't keep Seminole Merv from these seats during what proved to be one of the most notorious games in Florida State history.
First thing she said was, you know, if you're going to leave, you're supposed to come back with a win, you know.
It's up.
You know, honestly, I thought we made the goal. I thought we put it in the upright. There's been several different angles looked at it and said that it crossed right over the top of it. Other ones say it went more far to the right, but it was real close.
Seminole Merv even witnessed the birth of one of FSU's greatest traditions.
September 1978, it was the very first time that Renegade showed up in Doak Campbell Stadium. And so I always remember coming out and going like, what is the horse doing on the field? And everybody else was saying the same thing. And then Renegade ran out and Chief Osceola planted the spear.
Of all his amazing football memories, his favorites involve his family.
Me and my wife would go and we'd take the boys and you know, at that time you could bring a child in if you could carry them in your arms. Now they've changed the rules. Everybody has to have a ticket coming in. But, and you mentioned about the people that we sit around. they remembered the boys just as infants, you know, and now they come to the stadium and they see the boys and they're both, you know, like 6'2", 6'3", and everybody has to look up to them.
Reporting for Seminole Showcase, I'm Elise Jones. At every FSU football game, one student goes above and beyond to show her pride for her school. She is known by her friends and family as Mercy Corlew, but to FSU fans, she is the Seminole. As the first female Seminole at Florida State, Mercy feels the pressure to look spectacular at every game, even if that means waking up 7 hours before kickoff to paint her face and body. As senior year approaches, Mercy hopes this will continue long after she has graduated.
Not a lot of people paint up anymore at the games, and it definitely is a lot of time and work. So it worries me that like people may not want to take that work upon themselves, but I hope that this is a tradition that will carry on for a really long time.
With only one football season left to continue her reign as Seminole, Mercy hopes to go out with a bang. Make sure you catch Mercy in the stands this football season. With Florida State's football team winning the national championship, an unexpected ball boy gets his world flipped upside down. You know Frankie Malgrad as Red Lightning, FSU's famous ball boy, loved for his sprint along the sidelines and his passion for FSU football. But how well do you really know him? Seminole Showcase reporter Haley J. got a little personal.
Who is Red Lightning's celebrity crush?
You.
Aww. Boxers or briefs?
Both.
Ladies. You're running on the sideline. It's a huge moment in the game, and you fall. What happens?
I get up and keep going.
You just get up.
That's right.
Have you ever fallen?
No.
Would you be really embarrassed if you fell?
No, because I get up and
Good.
keep going.
That's the attitude. Get up and keep going. Just keep swimming.
All of the proceeds from Red Lightning's bartending and merchandise goes to the Kids First Fund, the Fanconi Anemia charity spearheaded by FSU football coach Jimbo Fisher. The FSU baseball team has another team behind them, supporting and helping them during every game. Camille Johnson takes us to the ballpark to find out more.
FSU Batgirls are a lot more than a bunch of pretty faces. They are an essential part to FSU's baseball games.
A lot of fans and all our students see us as like the cheerleaders for the baseball team, and it's really not like that at all. It's kind of one of those things where we're a part of the team in a sense where the games can't function without us.
We work every game. We get there about 2 hours before each game. There are 6 stations that we work around the field, so girls will work programs, and you're selling programs right and left line, so you're actually sitting on the field, which is really cool. Anytime a foul ball goes, you run and grab it, and then you can work home or visitor dugout, so you're actually running out and grabbing the bats after the players run to first base.
It's not always work. They do fun giveaways with t-shirts and pizzas, but you have to be the loudest fan in the stands. They even get to go behind the scenes and into the dugout.
I love being in, just seeing the team and how excited they get when someone hits a home run, or hanging out with Coach Martin because he sits right by you, and so it's really cool to see how he coaches his team.
The time and effort that the Batgirls put in make the FSU baseball games a hit.
Apart from volunteering at games, they also volunteer within the Tallahassee community.
2 hours out of every week, we're required to go to the Boys and Girls Club. You help them with homework, you get to play games with them, you get to go outside with them, and it's a way for us to kind of give back to the community.
The Batgirls are gracious of their opportunity and encourage other girls to try out.
Do it.
Do it.
Definitely try out.
Absolutely, it's the best experience.
One of the greatest experiences I think I've ever done.
Reporting for Seminole Showcase, I'm Camille Johnson.
To see the Batgirls in action, catch them at any of the home games at Dick Howser Stadium. Florida State's women's lacrosse team had one of their most impressive seasons to date. Defeating their last 2 opponents, FAU and UCF, they moved on as the 4th seed in the SWLL Championship Tournament. Former President Allison Girout says this year has been awesome. The team was able to hold their first ever tryouts in January with about 40 participants. The team also finished in 3rd place in the SWLL Championship Tournament held in April. The Lady Noles ended their season with a record of 10-3. Looking forward to more lacrosse? Fall ball has started, and you can check them out at the new IM fields. Well, that's a wrap for Seminole Showcase Sports. What a great season they had last year.
Yup, 10-3 is an impressive season. Thank you, Elise. Up next, one theater troupe is having a major impact on the Tallahassee community.
And if you're looking for a breath of fresh air, a new park has opened up that was a long time in the making. Seminole Showcase reporter Maya Francis joins us with your entertainment report. Maya?
Thank you, too. Ever dream of seeing yourself on the big screen? Well, Florida State's film school may be your answer. Seminole Showcase reporter James McGettrick has more.
Florida State is home to a rare breed of students who take an idea and make it come alive through the study of film, hands-on training, and choosing the right person for the roles they've created.
It's kind of a different culture over here. There are times when a lot of us I know have like slept over at the school or haven't gotten sleep for 24 hours plus or something like that. But I don't think we'd have it any other way.
Casting is probably one of the most difficult parts because you learn to see these people in your mind as like potential for the roles. So you get 3 people who are perfect in 3 very different aspects. Finding a good actor for a character is when they sort of understand the character just as much or better than you.
Up to 100 student films are screened here at the SLC each year. And with multiple roles up for grabs, it may allow volunteering actors to be in more than just one film, causing the audience to see double.
During spring and fall, we have open auditions here at the film school where anybody can actually come in through our door and we get their headshots, we film a short video of them reading from a script that we hand out to them. And from there, it's kind of compiled into a database. Find people who fit, the description that they're looking for and contact them based on that.
And once you're in the database, you get all kinds of calls usually. There's a lot of students here making a lot of movies, a lot of different projects. Movies that you're seeing, in theaters or stuff you're watching on TV is using the exact same equipment that we are.
After touring the school, I asked Armand, what does it take to make a great film? He replied with passion, creativity, and sometimes a little movie magic. For Seminole Showcase, I'm James McGettrick.
To learn more about the film school, visit film.fsu.edu. A local community theater can be considered an alternative in more ways than one. The Mickey Falls Club can be found in Railroad Square and is home to some revolutionary cabaret performances. It is one of only 5 theaters of its kind to provide disabled performers with equal opportunity on stage. The Mickey Falls Club is internationally known for its new take on alternative theater.
How can theater really represent, in any way other than an entertaining way, how can it represent life if you don't have people who are different?
Faust is the first local theater to caption every cabaret performance and have wheelchair ramp access around the stage. The club includes more than just disabled performers. Galloway takes pride in Faust welcoming individuals of all races, religions, sexualities, and abilities. If you would like to learn more about the Mickey Faust Club or make a donation, you can visit their website at mickeyfaust.com. That's MICKEEFAUST.com. Instead of going out to eat at your typical restaurant with family and friends, many people in Tallahassee are trying out restaurants on wheels. Seminole Showcase reporter Brianna Bautista has the story.
The typically quiet and relaxing Lake Ella brings quite a crowd once a week. Family and friends come out on Food Truck Thursdays to hang out and eat food from a variety of choices. One of the trucks many people lined up for was Street Chefs.
Comfort food with sort of a fresh twist.
Street Chefs can be described as classic American recipes with a modern approach.
That sounds good.
Aside from their nostalgic dining, Street Chefs is also known for their unique food names.
Well, the hippie is named for Rebecca's best friend. The Chelsea said, I want the shepherd's pie wrap, but can you put bacon and mac and cheese on it? And so we named it after her.
Right here inside this truck is where all the cooking takes place on Thursdays. There's just enough room to cook up some food and sell it to the customers.
You get used to it. I think there's definitely at first, the bigger challenge is storage.
Street Chefs aims their focus on satisfying the customer and catering to their needs.
It's like we'll bend over backwards to make sure you get exactly what you want at a price that's affordable.
And the customers, including some four-legged friends, were very satisfied, especially with the most popular dish on the menu.
I got the Not Your Mama's grilled cheese.
Is that your favorite?
Yes, it's delicious. I get it every time.
It was so good.
What's so good about it?
Just all the different cheeses, and it's just really quality.
To make sure the food truck you're eating from has been inspected, just look for the sticker on the front window.
We get inspected like 14 times a year, just about.
As if eating a bunch of food isn't good enough, there's also a live band you can sit and watch while you're eating. Every Thursday, you can find street chefs and plenty other food trucks at Lake Ella. For Seminole Showcase, I'm Brianna Batista.
Street Chefs also caters any types of events ranging from a birthday party to a Christmas dinner. And they clean up the mess when they go. Visit streetchefs.com to get more information. If you're looking to have a beautiful stress-free day, Tallahassee has opened its newest park down the street from the Capitol. After 40 years in the making, Cascades Park finally opened in March with the help of Blueprint 2000 sales tax money. The park, located at 1001 Gaskin Street, offers an 80 by 55-foot amphitheater, a water fountain with light show, Boca Chupa Pond, and the Korean War Memorial. Cascades Park is also home to 3 main trails that, when combined, cover 2.4 miles. Park visitors can learn more about upcoming events at discovercascades.com. An entertaining event in March brought the Greek community together to raise money for the FSU College of Business. The Philanthropy Line Dance has taken place every spring semester since 2004. This year, Line Dance was done differently as it was held with 5 fraternities, compared to just 1 in previous years. All 17 FSU Panhellenic sororities are given the opportunity to participate and compete in the philanthropy. The sorority Delta Gamma wowed the judges and took home first place. In total, Line Dance raised nearly $22,000, which will be much appreciated by the College of Business. That's a wrap up for Seminole Showcase Entertainment. Back to you.
What an interesting way to raise money. Thanks, Maya.
From Sugar Hill Gang to Kendrick Lamar, hip-hop has come a long way in the past 40 years. Although, for many people, hip-hop is synonymous with gangs and violence. One club on FSU's campus is here to educate the Tallahassee community on what hip-hop really is and how it began. Seminole Showcase reporter Melissa Newman has the story.
Hip-hop to me is just... Hip-hop to me is...
Hip-hop to me is...
Cypher, or Cultivate Your Pure Hip-Hop Elements Respectfully, is FSU's premier hip-hop club consisting of 4 main elements: DJing, MCing, graffiti artists, and even breakdancing. I caught up with breaker Jukebox, who told me how breakdancing differs from other forms of dance.
You can join the art form at any time, and you're not kind of looked at as like, man, you're getting old. No one thinks like that. You know, you can, all of the pioneers, some of them are 44 to like 55, and they dance better than people who are 20. You know what I mean? So it's an art form that, as you get older, you just embrace it that way, and you grow with the art form.
Every Friday night in front of Sturzier Library, Cypher hosts Freestyle Fridays from 9:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. I stopped by one evening and met freshman Marquise Rosaire, who is also attending the event for the first time.
Yeah, they're very intimidating. Yeah, I'm looking at them like I have no chance, but I'm gonna jump in eventually. So once somebody else, garners the courage and just jumps out there knowing they can't rap, then I'll be fine.
And then finally, he did.
Oh man, it was pretty, I just stopped shaking once I did that. It was like a release, but at the same time, I also feel like I gotta bring more. So it's definitely like a reason to go home and practice.
Whatever hip-hop means to you, Cypher hopes to cultivate your pure hip-hop elements respectfully. For Seminole Showcase, I'm Melissa Newman.
If you would like more information on Cypher, visit their website at cypherfsu.com. Now, Patricia, hip-hop's my favorite kind of music. I'm probably going to be there next Friday night.
It was a lot of fun when I went. I just want to know if Melissa can teach me some of those moves.
They were pretty impressive. They were.
That's all for this edition of Seminole Showcase. For Elise and Maya, I'm Patricia Clemente.
And I'm Noah Mendel. Have a great day.